Place we got some. Oh, good morning. We're gonna wait just a minute till someone shows up to be a part of things and stuff. Wah-ba-dee-doo, wah-ba-dee-doo. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Postcards. I'm your host, Jenny Van West, coming to you live from the Postcard studio, where it's always 70 and sunny. And today it is 70 and sunny in the Postcard studio, and outside it's very cold. And I'm looking at my pine tree. I don't see any crows. It's a beautiful blue sky. And you would never know that tomorrow we're supposed to get a gigantic snowstorm. And if you've been following my exciting news on Mondays, I won a snowblower that turned out to be a $2 bill. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just tune in on Monday. But today is Thursday, February 24th. Oops, and I forgot to put my ticker on. I'll take care of that. Today we've got an incredible set of guests. The Hawthorns coming to us live from Nashville, Tennessee. They've got a new album dropping tomorrow. It's called Tarot Cards and Shooting Stars, and we are going to get some music from them. Beautiful harmonies. We were just chit-chatting in the green room with Greta. But before we go any further, when you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard. The P.O. Box 1252, just write a postcard. 04098, just write a postcard. To Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show. Well, goodness gracious me. Welcome to Postcards, everybody. If you're just joining us for the first time, I just want you to know you can write us a postcard. The address is in the song, but I'll give it to you again. P.O. Box 1252, Westbrook, Maine, 04098. Send us a postcard. We'll read it on Mondays. And every Thursday, we have incredible guests coming to us from around the place, booked by Emily Marie Hansen of Magnolia Roads. And today, we have the Hawthorns coming to us live from Nashville, Tennessee, and we're going to bring them in just a minute. But I want to say hello to our listeners, Diggy. Hello. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there? Say a quick hello to my father-in-law, Jim Van West, my dad, Jack Pettit, my brother-in-law, Peter Van West, my Aunt Marjorie James, and all y'all other listeners out there joining us in either now or later. Great to have you here. So, I want to say right quick, just two words about our guests today, KP and Johnny Hawthorns, the Hawthorns, incredible Americana duo. These folks did me a great turn a few years back when my last album came out and got me on stage in Austin, Texas, and then again in Nashville, Tennessee. And they've been so good to me, and I'm just so grateful that they're here. I'm so excited. And I think what it's time for is to bring them on the show. It's time to bring y'all into the show. So please make welcome to Postcards, the Hawthorns.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
You're so cute.
Good. Well, it's such a pleasure to be, even if it's just over the interwebs like this. I know I'm going to see you guys in less than a month.
In Austin.
Down in Austin. Cannot wait to see you down there. And I feel like, there's this great feeling right now of like, where did we leave off? What was happening? Oh yeah, music. Yeah. So, you've got a new album dropping tomorrow. And this is a very, very exciting thing. So, Tarot Cards and Shooting Stars. So maybe we could just right quick before you launch into a song, you want to just say a few words to start about this new record you got coming out.
Sure. Yeah. Well, here's what it looks like. Everybody.
Oh yeah, let's pull up. I've got your website pulled up. Let me just show this too.
And
Let me just do this. There we go.
There it is.
Yes.
And
I love this photo.
It was one of those things. We had some time. We all had a little time, right, to make a record.
Yep.
Lately, and we decided to go in and just make what we wanted, and we didn't want to be beholden to any sort of genre. So it's sort of a little out of like the umbrella of, the traditional, what you call Americana. We just went with the influences that we love, and we made each song its own, and Johnny got to layer the guitars and really spend some time, and we had a lot of fun making it.
Awesome. And did you produce it yourselves?
We produced it with our friend Steve Burns.
Nice.
We do a lot of projects with, and we recorded the basic tracks in Los Angeles, and then we came back here and did guitars, and went back to LA, made some more vocals and harmonies, and had, our friends come play on it and stuff, overdubs, and then we mixed it here.
Oh my gosh. So,
Nashville.
Right, because our friend Mark Nemec mixed it.
Okay, so it's really got because when I first met you, you were living in LA. Right? There was a lot of California country rolling around at that time that I got to sort of had the pleasure of stepping into myself, and just so this album really has like musical DNA from both of these like Americana subcultures. It sounds like. Does that seem like a fair assessment?
Yeah, I mean it's when we write songs, we don't say, oh, it would be great to write a song like this. Just it happens organically. So, I feel like there's a lot of different flavors on this record, but it all fits in the Americana genre for sure.
Yeah, right on.
I mean, in East Nashville, there's something about East Nashville where we live that feels like the scene in Los Angeles, the Americana folk, like alt country scene. That's not, what you think of as like typical Nashville music. There's something very, very similar. It's it doesn't feel that far from home here.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that's a great thing you just said. I love what you just said. That doesn't feel that far from home. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome to Postcards. We're talking with the Hawthorns from Nashville, Tennessee, and they've got a new album dropping tomorrow, Tarot Cards and Shooting Stars, and we were just starting to talk about that. Now, are you all ready to just launch into a song? You want to jump into a song? And tell me what you're going to play, and maybe a little bit about that before you play it.
Sure. Well, this song's called All the Right Reasons, and it's actually the one that we have an official video for, and
it's
a single. It's getting added. It's like on the singles charts, on Americana singles charts, all the charts.
Good.
And it's a song about kind of like looking back at youth and, the crazy things that you do and the relationships and everything. And maybe they ended for the right reasons. Everything we do when we're young isn't necessarily the right thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a throwback to a visual of those carefree days of just doing things that might have been careless. But we had some fun recording this and wanted to get into some tom-toms and stuff like that with the drums and have kind of a little indie feel. And that's what ended up happening. It wasn't supposed to be the single, but it ended up being the single because it just became a real fun song. So,
yeah. Well, right on. Well, take it away, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Young and wild, pulled in by the undertow. Who were you to understand, and who was I to know? You had every intention of carrying on. All the right reasons for doing me wrong. Dancing in the dark in the summer rain. The girl you took home didn't know your name. Not a day goes by I don't remember that song. All the right reasons for doing me wrong. No one ever tells you, 'cause no one really knows how to play the game. You learn it as you go. I told you I would stay, but I never did belong. You
Hawthorns here on Postcards. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, my gosh. I love that song. I'm so excited. I'm so excited this album's coming out. Just a quick sound note. I think we can bring the guitars down just a hair.
All right.
Once the intensity of live performance shows up, sometimes the guitars are just a little hot. That's just the way this goes. So thank you so much for sharing that. I'm like I said, super excited. If you're just joining us, this is Postcards. Head already exploding at 11:15. So you've got quite a tour set up. I was looking at your list. You guys are going to be in the four corners of the United States. Am I right?
We are, and that's just, there's a lot more dates to be added, but we're going for it. We're just going to be on the road most of the year.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so, are you going to be? How are you traveling? Are you going by car? Are you traveling by planes, trains, automobiles? What's happening?
All the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually we'll because we're still in the kind of beginning stages of touring. We'll do most shows as a duo, and then shows that require the rhythm section, we usually get them in the certain towns that we're in sometimes.
That's cool. Yeah. So I'm sure you've got tons of peeps in LA. So you've probably got a deal in LA. And where are some other places that you've got, musicians that you're going to bring into your band?
Yeah, Austin, we have some people, and we have in the Northeast, we have some musician friends that come join us. Philly. We have some Philly guys. Yeah, it's been, we luckily got a running start in 2019 before everything shut down. When we put our first record out, we had like the 6-month period where we were able to tour, and we did a lot of running up and down the East Coast. So we were able to make some, put a match together with some bands. So
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's awesome. So, so when you let me see. Okay, if you're just joining us, this is Postcards. See, my brain is exploding. 11:17 in the morning. Usually it takes 20 minutes, but my mind is kind of blown right now. So so when you so here's a question. I know what it's like to be married. How do you guys give yourself enough space when you're touring together? That's a big question, right?
I don't know. I mean,
or do you not need to?
Well, the thing is, I'm annoying. I'm super annoying, and I know this. So I just, when I can see the annoyance level is getting, I try to back off. But we have our headphones, and we can read a book, and we try to give each other space. You have to carve it out sometimes. But he's like super easygoing, and I'm fairly easygoing. I don't know.
It works.
We're compatible, so that's also helpful.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough to be around anybody, and in a car for 10 hours. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So you just got to use all your tools in when you feel that frustration of just everything is getting you mad and I don't know, just go to your happy place,
Yeah.
and get through it and try to focus on the good things. Try to stay positive. Negative is so easy to go down that road, and then it just spurs up more negativity and turns into a big explosion. So
yeah. Well, and it's like, even I'm going to pull up your tour schedule here because it's impressive, and I want people to know that take a glimpse and see if these amazing folks are coming to a theater near you or a bar near you. So I guess the question is too, I know it's like traveling, you get tired, it's all this kind of stuff, and then figuring out how to stay in the positive, and stay in the moment and be present. And then of course there's the beautiful music that you make together, which I'm sure, if you're like me in that sense, this is part of the healing process of life, is just being able to get out there and share music with people. So I'm just so glad that you're doing it. And okay, so I'm seeing California, Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island. You're getting pretty close to where I'm at.
I know. I was thinking
New York.
about that. We're not too far.
Oklahoma. So tell me about Oklahoma. If y'all, I'm going to pick a random one. Have you guys toured in Oklahoma before, or is this the first visit?
No, I think this is the first.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we haven't done because we literally put our first record out midway through 2019. So we were just getting going. So we did basically the South, like, well, the Southwest, and we did the Northeast, and that's really it. So we haven't been to a lot of places. I mean, we did Ohio, we did some, Illinois kind of thing, but only for a little bit. But I'm excited. I mean, I love coming into a new market and just meeting new people. Like, that's half of the fun, is meeting a whole new, market of people and seeing how it is there, and just kind of digging in and connecting with people.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. I take it as a challenge.
Are you doing any house concerts along the way, or do you have sort of like spaces where there might be things that could crop up in your tour?
There's definitely some spaces, and we have a bunch of things that we haven't locked in that aren't on that list yet. So stay tuned, because there's, just a lot of dates coming. But I love doing house concerts. We don't really have any booked. I had a couple booked, but some things happened. So we're, just replace them with something else. But I love house concerts because that's really fun to meet people.
Yeah.
Especially like in between gigs. Like when we come to Connecticut, because we're doing a show with the Bacon Brothers in Connecticut at Ridgefield
I'm just going to add this
Theater
again so I can take a look through it while you're talking. Yeah.
And so that run, we have to kind of hustle up there for that. And we have a couple of shows around that. We're going to do Woodstock. We're going to do Rhode Island. We're going to do New York.
March 3rd there.
No, April.
Oh, April 3rd.
And the thing is, that would be a great spot for a house concert. So, those are the things I'm looking for.
Yeah.
To kind of fill in the blanks. But
yeah. Well, and the timing couldn't be better. So congratulations on that good stroke of luck of getting this all planned actually when you're going to be able to probably do it.
I know.
That's been a major thing. So it's 11:22 and you're listening to Postcards, and we are here with the very wonderful Johnny and KP Hawthorns of the Hawthorns, coming to us live from Nashville. They are about to jump out of the gate with a new record tomorrow, Tarot Cards and Shooting Stars, and there's a beautiful new video out with the single. And KP, you got a guitar there. You all got another song that you might like to do? We'd love to hear another one.
Yeah, and this is one that your friend Shane Alexander and I actually started writing this years ago, and we kind of just got stuck on this thing. I put it away, and I never really brought it back up, and then came to Nashville and had a little session with a really great girl named Emily Bell. And I just brought this song out and said, what can we do with this? And so we finished it together. And then Johnny and I put this arrangement together. So it's called Baby, It's a Gift.
Nice.
Okay.
Hawthorns here on Postcards.
1, 2, 3, 4. Never thought I'd have a place in the valley, cars in the alley, out in the barrio. Saving money for a weekend in Vegas, dreaming of places you and I wanna go. Maybe it ain't everything we wanted. Hey, look at everything we've got instead. Baby, it's a gift, the pain and the struggle. Push through the trouble that gives us more than we know. Maybe this is it, learning as we go to become better people along this crazy road. You and I together on our own. Baby, it's a gift. Are we gonna be late on the taxes? Credit is max, it's hard not to fall apart. Well, we might as well make it a party. It's still got a heartbeat, give it a jump start. I can't promise you tomorrow. Only guarantee is
what's inside our hands. Give me it's a gift, pain and the struggle. Push through the trouble, it gives us more than we know. Maybe this is it, learning as we go to become better people along this crazy road. You and I together on our own. Baby, it's a gift. Struggle, push through the trouble, it gives us more than we know. Maybe this is it, learning as we go to become better people along this crazy road. Maybe it's a gift, the pain and the struggle, push through the trouble, it gives us more than we know. Maybe this is it, learning as we go to become better people along this crazy road.
Oh yeah, the Hawthorns here on Postcards. Oh my gosh, you know, I just gotta say, you're listening to Postcards, and I'm just like super enchanted right now. This is such a treat for me. It's such a treat for me, and I am so excited that I'm going to get to cross paths with you in Austin, Texas, in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
You're going to have some fun. I have been having fun already, just looking forward to it. But hearing your voices here today, even just over the interwebs with all the vicissitudes of everything, and just that gorgeous clarity and that harmony. And I love watching you all. I have to say, I'm sorry if I'm really paying attention to these things. I love watching you all and how you dynamically interact with one another. And I know that both of you have a long history of performance and recording, and separately as well. And so just the fact that you're bringing all of that to this duo together is just, it makes me so glad. So anyway, that's me being super excited for y'all. So let's see. We're coming up on about 11:30 now. I want to just let you know some folks that are listening in today, so we can say hello. Penny Jo Pullis, it is so good to see you here. Diana Griffin Ennis from KKFI and the Heartland Song Network, always joining us, and great to have you here, Diana. She said she's got your CD and she's been spinning it. Woo-hoo! So it's already out there and do stuff. Now, speaking of which, I want to say a quick intel so folks know we are going to see each other. You guys are going to be all over the place, but we are going to cross paths at Grateful to Get Back at Peace House Farm, Austin, Texas, March 18th and 19th. Yep. I know y'all are going to be on the docket, and I can't wait to see you there. Quick bit about that. Now, you've been getting press on your video, on your single, and and things have been charting. So maybe you could talk a little bit about the kind of press, kind of early responses you've been getting, and what's been happening there.
Yeah, well, I mean, so with a new record, you can't just put it out into a void. You have to do things. And we chose to put this out on our own record label, Mule Kick Records, which was kind of started with my friend Adrienne Isom, as sort of a sister thing to our production company that we started for a film that we're making. Anyway, we have a bunch of artists on that label, and it's almost like a snowball happens. You start doing a little bit and working a little bit on everything, and it all helps each other. So we were able to get really good press on this. We had our assets ready. We were ready to go, which is a big thing, right? Being organized, having your pieces there. And we work with Patty DeVries, and we work with Brad Hunt, and we just went for it with the press and the radio and kind of synced it together. And so we've gotten like some really cool premieres for the videos. We in Nashville here, we had a live band, just amazing players. This girl, Ryan Medora on bass, look her up. Ryan Medora, she's incredible.
Awesome.
She and this drummer named Ross McReynolds and Greg Herndon played keys. We never had one rehearsal, and we came in and made those live videos that you might see, one for Let's Get Together and one for On the Way. They're up on our YouTube channel. They're getting like thousands of views. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That band was so great, and those are live takes, and we had our friend come and mix, and it's just they came out beautiful. So we had Diddy TV did a Diddy world premiere for us for our official video for All the Right Reasons, which we made down here at Dee's Lounge, which I know you
that
guys
was at
know
Dee's.
about. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, you guys are familiar with that club. I know
Metropolitan Madison, Tennessee.
that's right. Very metropolitan, highfalutin place there.
That's right.
But we made that video there, and we've just been doing all kinds of things. Bluegrass Situation premiered, the one for On the Way, and I think Americana Highways did a premiere, it was American Songwriter.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've just been keeping up with the press and pushing, and every day something else comes in that's like blows our minds that they're getting it. They understand where we come from. The very first piece of press that we got that said, oh, we already had Bakersfield. We already had the Laurel Canyon sound, but this is like a blend of all the things. And you know, the California thing, it's in you, and you have it, or, you know, you don't. And we just have it because that's where we really come from musically. And I'm so super glad that people are just getting that, and it's connecting.
Yeah.
And it's number 53 this week on the Americana charts. The record is, and with a bullet. So next week it'll be on the charts.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, it just makes me so glad. Everything you just said just makes me so glad, because I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say, anybody listening to you anywhere knows that you deserve it. And and I'm just excited. And I love what you just said about how important it feels to you to have that California vibe. No, I'm going to say California vibe. That's the wrong word, but it's the best one I can come up with at the moment. That's baked into your sound. How that feels important, because I think a lot of people, maybe who haven't had the opportunity or haven't chosen to go to Nashville or go to Los Angeles and live there for a while. I haven't had the opportunity to do that. And so I've just learned from you and other people, about, oh, I feel the DNA. I feel the musical gene pool over here. Oh, I'm sensing that, and I'm sensing this over here too. So I'm so glad to hear you say that. You feel like, if I could put it into different words, you have the sense that very important dyed in the wool aspect to your sound is being observed and appreciated. And that's awesome, and the cool like blending that's going on here. And I think this is the time when there's going to be a lot of people have moved around. A lot of people have made choices geographically for one reason or another, family or opportunities, or just okay, now's the moment. Everything's changing anyway. Let's go. Now I love to ask you another question about that with your move to Nashville. I know I seem to recall that you were back and forth a lot when I first met you.
Yeah.
And so was the pandemic kind of the opening of an opportunity to just make that shift to Nashville full time, or can you
more or less? Yeah, because we were kind of we had a lot of stuff going on in LA with our respective music projects. So when we bought the house originally, you were in your previous band still. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't a good time to move full time to Nashville. And then when the pandemic hit, our place in LA was kind of small. So we wanted, if you're going to be stuck indoors, then you might as well be stuck here, because we have a nice big yard and it's a nice house. So, but then once we got here, we're like, might as well just stay here, And
that was my evil plan all along.
But it was good, because the transition, anytime you move lock, stock, and barrel to a place, there can be a shock being in a new place, and and we gradually went back and forth over the process of 3 years. So it wasn't that bad to finally say, okay, now we're going to stay. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
definitely the pandemic pushed it 100% in that
The
direction.
day that LA shut down, he bought a ticket. I was already here. We just had the tornado. And
Oh, the tornado. I remember that.
and he was like, if they shut LA down, I'm buying a ticket and coming to Nashville. And he did that day and flew here that Friday, and we never moved back.
Yeah.
Well, we kept the
We
place.
went back,
yeah, we kept the
but we
place
didn't
for
ever
about
move
another
back.
year. But LA was still, as all places were, they were just not coming around.
Mm-mm.
And so.
Yeah, it was easier to be here for
Yeah.
us.
Well,
Yeah.
we miss LA, and
Yeah.
it's an awesome place and has a lot of cool music, obviously, and musicians. So
It's home still.
Yeah. Well, and now that you're going on the road, I mean, you're going to be there, correct?
Yeah, we're going to be there in March.
I think I saw a side pony mentioned here in May. No, somewhere. Oh no, that's not till July. Okay, so you're going to be back in California. There we go. You're back in California in May.
a few times.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out one of the, okay, so you got March 26th, Mule Kick Label Party, Los Angeles, California. Do you have plans for that? Can you tell us a little bit about that? That sounds
Yeah.
really cool. I kind of want to come.
That's going to be a real okay. So the 25th is like the actual main gig of that, and that's going to be at Campus Jack's in Huntington or Newport Beach, with Chris Burkhart. And so we're making a real show out of that. Our friends Ashley Flynn and the Riveters are going to be there opening the show. So that's going to be super fun. But since we're already there, we're doing a couple of Mule Kick shows. So the 26th is actually going to be at Godmother's Saloon in San Pedro. And that's just like a serious, just a fun party. And whoever wants to come play is going to come play. It's just going to be a party. Nocona will be there.
Oh, yeah.
Desert Hollow will be there. Probably Ashley Flynn will be there. We'll have a bunch of people up on stage. And it'll be like a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I'm super excited about Mule Kick Records, and that's happening. It's been, just so you know, I've been sort of watching from a distance in my own little way, and watching these things evolve and see how patterns emerge, and so my observation is that Mule Kick, partly the pandemic kind of seems like maybe had an impact on sort of how and when that went down. Am I correct about that, or had you already put that together before you left LA?
Okay, we put Mule Kick together before we left LA in February of 2020, right before everything happened. Adrian and I went to Ameripolitan in Memphis, and we sort of announced that we were doing Mule Kick Records and Mule Kick Productions. So we were planning on building the company up, and we were going to continue to make this film about the Palomino Club and the untold history of California country music. That was our plan.
Right.
But then the pandemic shut everything down. And I mean, luckily, kind of, people weren't touring, so we were able to get all of our interviews during the pandemic very, very carefully. We had all the COVID protocol in place. We ordered special equipment so that our interviewees could be, people don't know what's going on, but there's a film, and it's a documentary film, and it's about California country and a venue called the Palomino Club that was there from 1949 to 1995. Wow. And that's why the company was started. And we knew we were going to need a record label aspect to it because it's a movie about music. And Nocona had been sitting on this amazing record, Los Dos, and they couldn't release it, and a few months into the pandemic, we're like, why aren't we just releasing this record? Let's just put all the back end stuff behind it, get the press going. And they got on the radio. I mean, they did really well for a pandemic record. And since we did that, we're like, why don't we do this for some of our other people we love? So we started kind of adding artists. It's very carefully curated, and we're just, I don't know. We didn't mean to make a record label, but we did.
Well, and that's how it happens sometimes. And sometimes the best things come out of that when we just go, wait a second, hold up. How did I end up, for instance, taking podcasts to South by Southwest?
I know.
It's like it just happened, and I'm just rolling with it because it's so much fun. Yeah. So I mean, so congrats on that. I mean, I think it's, I'm sure like. If you're like other creative people, when it rains, it pours. So welcome to 2022, which is going to be an awesome, busy year for you guys.
For us all, right? We're all going to be busy.
Definitely.
Making up for lost time.
I know. I feel it. I feel like it's like I was referring to it for a while as the year we all stayed home for 2 years. And almost three, but so if you're just joining us, welcome to Postcards. We're so psyched that you're listening in either live or later. We're talking with the Hawthorns from Nashville, Tennessee. They've got a new record coming out tomorrow. I always want to make sure I get this right because it's so good. Tarot Cards and Shooting Stars. And so what do you say? Have you got another song in the hopper there that you might like to share with the people?
Yeah. Why don't we play one off the first record?
Okay.
In case we have any new fans out there that haven't heard that.
Yeah. So actually, while you're getting ready there, Johnny, let me just ask you all this question. I feel like you're what probably felt like I can't even imagine what it must have felt like to bring out that record in 2019 and then turn around 6 months later and have the world shut down. And so, do you? I mean, in a sense, you're touring on your new record, which is coming out tomorrow, but you got another record that is like didn't totally see the light of day. It sounds like. Did you have did that chart? Did you have videos? I didn't do my Terry Gross job today, so tell me.
Right, no, we did. We put this one out. There's a label in Los Angeles called 40 Below Records, and the producer and head of that label is Eric Korn. And he made that record with us. We did some of the productions too at Steve Burns' studio and with us, but we did our best. And that was kind of like the first thing that we wanted to do together. And so we had to kind of put it together quickly because project I was in ended and we just needed to move quickly. So we put this record together and, put all the artwork together and we just got out there and we were still kind of feeling our way around and trying to figure out what we could do together. Right?
Yeah.
And we were proud of it. And we were getting, we got a lot of press. We were on our very first press was Rolling Stone Country on that record.
That's not bad.
The very first thing that came out. I know. It was like, okay, cool, thanks. And then we charted. We were on the charts and then we were touring and touring and touring. Like I said, we're like, we need to work. We were so excited to work and it's just, it was really just, it hurt my heart. The whole thing, it's so layered, everything that happened, because, it was so hard to watch my friends who make things and put all of their resources and love and heart and soul into their own projects and to watch them just be suddenly the least essential people on earth. And their art not matter and the touring not matter. And no. And I get it. It was like I said, it's so layered, but that was hard for me. And we did put a lot of ourselves and our resources into that project. Yeah. So to pick yourself back up again, and I have to give it to everybody who's doing it, who's finding another way to just get back out there and make things. Like if you are a person who makes things and that's what you do, good for you, and keep making things. And that's the thing I think that got us through even was just being able to know that we could just keep on making things. Yeah. So yeah, there's your philosophical.
Yeah, girl, you're telling it like it is. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Postcards. Make sure you rewind and listen to the comments that were just made because it's spot on, KP. I really appreciate that. And I think we're all going to be telling stories for a long time because I'll just say before you, I know you got a song dialed in there, but I'll just say along those lines, I'm finding that as things start to feel like the stress starts to come off a little bit from the pandemic side of things, there's stuff that I didn't say that now I'm saying. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to talk about that for a minute. We're going to be swapping a lot of stories. We're going to be sharing some things and sharing some tears and sharing a lot of laughs and hugs and all that good stuff out there, meeting new people again. getting that fresh energy that we are privileged to have as touring artists, and go out there and have this interchange with the people who are listening. So excited for you guys. So what you got lined up? Tell me.
For the song?
You mean this song coming up?
Oh, sorry, for the song you're going to play. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, this is
This would be the first single from Morning Sun. That was the name of the first record. And this was the first single, right?
yeah, it's kind of a fun one, being in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of thing.
Right
So,
on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hawthorns on postcards.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Timing is always off. That's our history, my friend. The cycle is long and I'm not strong enough to watch it go around again. Feels so heavy now, as low as a baritone. I've got plans to lighten up, even if I gotta do it alone. It's time we leave behind what we've outgrown. Ooh, we were shaking when we should have been swaying. Ooh, we were screaming when we should have been singing. Ooh, we were thinking when we should have been feeling. We were in the dark when we should have been in love. Remember when we met, playing clubs and raising hell, up till the sun. What's done is done, and we can't unring that bell. I'm getting in my ride with a suitcase and a smile. It's time to face, I gotta put this place in the rear view for a while. To echo those mistakes is not my style. Ooh, we were shaking, we should have been swaying. Ooh, we were screaming when we should have been singing. Ooh, we were sinking, we should have been feeling. We were in the dark when we should have been in love. Two lives crossed, love is in disguise. What do you see when you look in my Ooh, we were shaking when we should have been swaying. Ooh, we were screaming when we should have been singing. Ooh, we were thinking when we should have been feeling. We were in the dark when we should have been in love. Should have been in love. Oh, 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 oh. Should have been in
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna say I've only known y'all a minute since 2018 or so, but I'm just gonna say I think y'all are at the top of your game and you're heading out with a couple records under your feet and supporting you and you supporting them. and this is just super exciting. If you just tuned in, these are the Hawthorns, and they're coming to us live from Nashville, Tennessee. If you don't already know them, you should. And I'm just gonna share your this incredible photo. Just love it. Iconic photo. And this is going to be, I think, a great. I'm just gonna say it. I hope this is the best year ever for you guys, because
Thanks,
it's
Jamie.
you deserve it. You've been, it's like I'm excited for you. Go out and take over. That's all I got to say about that, because you have done so much for other people, and you continue to. And all those of us who know you know that about you. And so now it's our turn to just sit here and just like cheer y'all on and wave that checkered flag as you go by. All right, that's what I'm talking.
That's what make me cry.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't want to make you cry.
Start crying now.
Okay.
There's no crying in rock and roll.
Okay.
There's no crying in rock and roll. Oh yes, but you're in Nashville. It's the official world capital of tears in your beer, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true. Good point.
That's country. That's
Yeah.
country.
Even at 10:51 in the morning,
Always
there's
something to
people
cry
crying
about.
into their beers in Nashville somewhere. Well, listen, we're getting to the end of our time here, and I can't thank you enough for being here, Johnny and KP. This has been more fun than a box of kittens. I am so excited. I'm just going to say, I know you guys, just to everybody, go over to thehawthorns.com. It's super well set up. There's a link tree if you want to click on that and just find all the Instagrams and everything. And there's a new record dropping tomorrow, Tarot Cards and Shooting Stars. You do not want to miss that. It's going to be on all the places. There's a CD that you can get. And this summer, I know you snuck that in there. I talked to you earlier. So it's going to be a vinyl record. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm pointing at. I'm super excited about that. So listen, well, it's tradition here in the Postcard studio that when I have a guest, I go out with the postcard song, and we do if you would like to play along in a very asynchronous manner, that's the fun that we have at the end of the show. I'm going to be playing in the key of A. If you care to grab a guitar or an egg shaker or your voice or whatever, it's been more fun than a box of kittens, hanging out with KP and Johnny in the Postcard studio. Yeah, so this is where we get to have the pandemic fun of the asynchronous cross-country jam. It's about 1,400 miles to Nashville, and you're going to hear every last one of those miles in how out of sync we are playing this song. Thanks again, you guys, for being here. It's been a great deal of fun. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Thank
and
you,
wait.
Jenny.
We got one question from the audience. Diana Griffin Ennis out in Westwood, Kansas wants to know, please ask them which song they want me to spin on tomorrow's Tasty Brew Music Radio show. You have a suggestion
cool.
from her?
What would you like, Johnny? It's dealer's choice.
Dealer's
Johnny.
choice. Well, I like the new single.
Okay, so you mean All the Right Reasons?
Right.
Okay, so we would love if you would please play All the Right Reasons. Thank you so much.
All right, Diana, there's your answer for you. Okay, and here we go. Let's take it away, folks, in the key of A. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason. You don't need a rhyme to write a postcard. The P.O. Box 1252. Just write a postcard. 04098. Just write a postcard to Westbrook, Maine, 'cause Grandma loves this show.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you so much, Hawthorns. Y'all are awesome. It's been a blast. Hang out for just a second. I want to say a quick hello and goodbye in the green room. Everybody else, it's been great to see you here. Thanks for being a part of the show, and thanks to the Hawthorns for making the time. And good luck with everything.
Thank you.